what I've kind of identified are two different major stressors that folks that are caring for people, and again, this is professional and non-professional, and that's burnout and numb-out. And I'll explain what each of them are. What's fascinating to me, when you look at the literature and research and all that's out there, most people focus on burnout. And a lot of the studies have been done on that, and lots of questionnaires to caregivers. You know, how are you taking care of yourself? Are you recognizing that you're burning out? Why aren't you recognizing and all that? So let me give you a definition. So burnout is literally when you've gotten to a point where you recognize you can no longer provide the type of care you've been providing. You recognize that you are really exhausted. And you begin to even get in touch with some of the physical or emotional symptoms that are burning you out, that are causing this burnout. Numb out, on the other hand, is when you don't recognize or ignore how you and your body are feeling. You just keep on going and going like the ever-ready battery. And I am very concerned about caregivers who numb out. And I noticed that caregivers that numb out are a larger percentage of my practice than caregivers who burn out. When you burn out, you are generally able, somebody generally kicks in and takes over for you one way or another. But when you numb out, you are so unaware of how you feel and what you've been doing that you don't, you can ask a caregiver in a numb out place, well, tell me what would fill your spirit? What would make you feel good? And you're too numb to even know. You don't even know what you need and don't need. What I usually take caregivers through are certain questions that I want them to get in touch with and to sort of breathe into. I mean, when I do a session with caregivers, I often they're coming in and they're really stressed out. And so now I'll introduce them to the Take 5, which I love. I typically do a breathing meditation with them and, or just get them to breathe, because sometimes just that alone can help people start to get more connected to themselves. And what I'm recognizing is that when I take them through these questions, then it can often bring those that are close to burnout closer to recognizing they are almost burned out and they can do something about it. So things like helping them get more realistic expectations and setting limits, asking them things like, whose need is this anyway? Is it the need that your husband has, or is it a need you have because you think you should be doing this? How are you over functioning? What can you let go of? The shoulds, the oughts, the have-tos. So my whole focus when I'm working with family caregivers and professional is to help them get in touch with these particular questions ahead of time so that they can then begin to sort out whether, am I getting closer to burnout or am I really just numbed out?